Hi there, welcome back to my gaming channel. Today I'd like to talk about a subject I don't see talked about much, and I think it'd be pretty interesting. Do you fall one of these kind of categories? Are you more of a gamer, or are you more of a collector, or are you somewhere in between? I kind of think most of us are in between, but I think I fall more towards the spectrum of being more of a collector than a player. I I just enjoy collecting my games, and especially now I'm in retirement, I got a little crazy about how many games I've been buying, and I'm making up for I'm making up for a lot of time when I was so busy working that I couldn't buy and enjoy these kind of games, and now I had such a bad habit for such a long time. I was always on Steam, checking out all the sales, putting everything on my wish list, and as soon as the game went on a good sale, I'd buy it with all the DLCs. And oh shoot, the last probably year I got carried. I bet you I bought almost about 400. No, not 400, because that's what I have, like was it 421 games? But I think I probably bought last year on Steam. I probably bought like 300 games, just getting carried away and always waiting for the perfect sale to buy the perfect game. But really, I've been so cheap that I rarely buy a game at full price at launch, because I just can't justify $70 for a game unless I know almost beyond a doubt that it's going to be exceptional, and sometimes I put a lot of hours into it, but I don't feel that confident about it, almost any game. The only game I really I really only paid a lot of money for it because the sales were just not that great, but it kind of convinced me that it's high price that was actually a good game. As I played Baldur's Gate. I'm still like about 91 hours into that game, and I play with a friend, but that's a top niche game, and that's a game that's worth paying the higher price, because that game is a lot of quality. But shoot, and I'm so addicted to catching up on all my childhood desires. I don't know, I lost track of how many PlayStation 5 games I got, but that's kind of now on my boycott list with them going digital. But I was a big buyer of a lot of physical copies of games on the PlayStation. I'd buy my Steam game, and then I'd later go down the road and buy the physical copy on PlayStation so I could have it part of my collection. And I don't know how I didn't catch all this. I already mentioned in my previous videos. I didn't realize that the third party developers in some of the first party games, there actually is making physical games now for the Nintendo Switch, which, with all the hype that was going around with people hating on Nintendo, I didn't realize there was a Switch that went along somewhere, and more people are supporting the physical copies on Nintendo Switch. And I gotta be honest now, I wasn't really happy about the price of the Nintendo Switch, but now when you put it in perspective, a $500 Nintendo Switch, or a $700 PlayStation, or a $1,100 or $1,400 Steam machine, and I don't know how much the Xboxes are going for, but it's looking like the affordable option that seemed pretty expensive just a year ago. And Nintendo's been holding the price, and so Nintendo's kind of winning me back over, and now I can start my love of collecting physical copies of Nintendo games. And I still haven't installed my Switch 2 that I bought a couple days ago, but I'm eager to jump into it. But I'm really happy now there's physical games coming to the Switch 2, and it's becoming a little bit more of a common trend. I can go back to collecting my games again. That's the only reason why I buy these consoles, just for the physical copies. And if they walk away from the physical copies, I just don't I just don't see them being as good a marketplace as Steam, where I just feel safer on Steam when it's digital. And I know my games will keep being supported years after I bought them. Where I'm not really sure if you buy a digital game on PlayStation or Nintendo, I'm not really sure if that's really going to be your game to keep, and things, it might be taken away from you or be changed. I don't feel that same confidence I have when I'm doing it with Steam. And I did buy some digital games before on Nintendo back in the old days, and man, they're gone. I don't have them no more, and that was just money thrown out, and hard lesson learned. I'm actually kind of walking away from a lot of the subscription base, and now I'm going back to buying all my music physical copies, and buying all my movies physical copies. I just had my movie collection. That was another thing. I just had my movie collection in Movies Anywhere, and they were saying that I could lose access or something to my movies or they're going to take things away if I didn't agree to their marketing and sharing marketing stuff. And now my whole 550 movie collection seems like there's in jeopardy, and now they can hold me hostage. And if I don't agree to them selling my marketing information to third party people, that those really not my movies, and it comes with strings attached. Yeah, yeah. So much for digital copies. But the good thing is most of those movies I did buy, they're bought with physical copies that had digital codes, so it's not a total loss. But I'm becoming more of an advocate for physical copy because you just can't trust these corporations with this digital stuff, and it just seems to be a big giant ripoff, and they're what was supposed to be it was going to be so great in the beginning turned out to be them just getting more leverage over you and taking advantage of you. Yeah, digital's not the way to go. I don't trust it. Not with how greedy these corporations are. But anyways, we're getting off the subject. But how many of you are collectors like me, and how many of you are game players and completionists? For me, I feel like I was saying, I feel like I'm more of a collector because generally I don't play. If I buy a game, I don't usually play it too long unless an exceptional game that holds my attention. But for me, I like mostly collecting the copies, and one day I hope to pass all my collection I've gathered since the mid '80s down to my son when the time's right, and I'm really proud of all the games I bought back in the '80s and '90s and I held on to and never traded them in. It's really cool to have those copies of games. I know that I gotta believe there's a huge generation of you older gamers that are in the same boat that have all your collections and you held on to them, and I bet you're proud of them too. So feel free to post screenshots or whatever of your games on the. I don't know if you can do screenshots on the YouTube channels, but feel free to share on the channel what you have and what you do, and share your games. That'd be pretty cool. Another thing, I was talking to my wife. I thought that'd be a great idea for promote my channel, and she says it's pretty common in the Philippines. Is a lot of people who do these YouTube channels that are starting, instead of paying for the boosting ads and stuff, which I'm never going to do. I'm not going to pay Google anything to boost that. That's not me. I don't need to do that. It seems cheap. But what I was thinking was her plan, her idea was, and it sounds simple enough, is every time we reach a milestone of subscribers or whatever the milestone is, randomly give out small tokens of gifts of appreciation for the people who subscribed to my channel and became part of this community, and just keep it really simple. Like some of the ideas I was thinking about, and maybe you can give me feedback, is giving like Pokemon trading cards or little collectible things that are gaming related. And who knows, maybe if I'm able to grow my channel and I actually get successful, and I can actually start giving away something that's more significant, like I don't know, maybe giving away a Switch 2 or something. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to give back to the people who support my channel and help it grow, and promote my channel by giving back instead of trying to boost it with ads. And if you know me, I can't stand ads, and there's never going to be any ads on this channel. I promise you that. I never. Especially for, I think it's a bunch of crock for the people who buy the premium YouTube and pay for the no ads, only for the YouTube people out there to put ads in their stuff. It's pretty cheap, and I'm sure the Google lawyers got their ways of making it all legal that they can do ads even though you pay for no ads. It's one of my biggest gripes, and it's a really crappy thing that's being done. And I was commenting on one gaming YouTube channel. Not only did he start putting ads in his channel, but then he also put on his channel where you could pay him the $5. You can pay for a paid membership, but even if you pay for the $5 membership and they give back to him, you still have to watch his ads. And now I'm starting to see on the ads with Google, they're placing banner ads in the videos. So that's just really cheap, and that's really low. So for me, slowly but surely, as more of the ads start taking over on Google, I've been unsubscribing to a lot of YouTube channels that are forcing the ads, especially when they get tricky. You don't see the switch where they're talking about the subject, and they lead you little by little, and then you realize about maybe 10, 15 seconds in, you're watching an ad, and they just tricked you into leading you into it, and being deceptive. And I don't know, I just can't trust any channel who wants to be that deceptive. And I think as people who follow YouTube, I think you gotta speak your voice and let them know that you're going to subscribe and you're not going to follow the channels when they do that stuff. You gotta let them know that there's consequences for their behavior for doing that. And as my pledge to you, there will never be any ads in any of my stuff, other than me self promoting and giving away little items for gratitude for helping my channel grow. And I won't be I won't ever go on and beg for likes or subscribes. That's another pet peeve of mine. I get tired of sick of hearing other YouTube channels do that crap, and I'm not doing that. This is going to be a really authentic channel, and I hope to share a lot of gaming news with a lot of people. And I hope I get a good following, and just being authentic. If I don't ever become a big channel, it's okay. It's just a hobby for me. I'm retired, so if it just stays a small channel, I'm happy with that. And I just want to help create a channel that's got a loyal following and talk about different gaming news that doesn't seem to be kind of out there in the sphere, and talk about subjects that are not clickbait. I'm not. No, that's another thing. I'm not doing no clickbait either. This is going to be an authentic channel. So if this speaks to you and you like it, then keep coming and do your thing, and I won't beg you for your attention. I think that's kind of low to do that, but I'll keep on posting daily videos, or try at least daily, and see what topic catches and see what your interests are. If there's anything you want me to talk about, just message me and see if I can research it and share with you what I learn. And so, if you're a gamer or a collector, comment in the comment section and tell me what kind of gamer you are, and maybe what demographic are you? You're an older gamer like me from the Gen X days, or you're just a young kid out there playing Counter Strike like I used to when I was young. So feel free to comment and tell me how it's going, and share your gaming life with me. All right, take care. Bye.